Hey Dragonauts, what's Dragon on? Astralsflame back here with another deck tech looking at JUND melding for Mishra Lost of Phyrexia. Before we get into the deck, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date on all the latest brews. And now let's talk melding, how we're going to do this with JUND. First off, we already know what and who Mishra is, at least I hope. If you don't, Mishra, claimed by Gix, is the one half of Mishra Lost to Phyrexia. The second half is the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Have these both on the field, attacking with them. It triggers Mishra, claimed by Gix, to meld them together into Lost to Phyrexia. When Mishra Lost to Phyrexia ETBs, you're going to get a bunch of triggers. You can choose 3, and you've got to be able to force your opponent to discard 2, deal 3 damage to any target. You can blow up an artifact or a planeswalker, gain menace and trample for rogue creatures, give your entire opponent's board -1/-1, or make 2 tap Power Stone tokens, which I still haven't used, but you know, it's there, it's cool, it's a thing. But nonetheless, that is the main point of the deck. We want to meld them together and work to finish off our opponent with Mishra. Because a 9/9 coming in is almost assuredly going to get you the game, and if it doesn't, it'll get you pretty close. But we need ways to get there. We need ways to stabilize. And this kind of comes in through our utility creatures and removal and draw on the deck. First, let's talk utility creatures. First off, you're going to see Sheholdred as a 1-of in this deck. Sheholdred is nice. It's a good inclusion. We don't primarily need a bunch of it. But if we draw Sheholdred, it's great. It synergizes well when we unearth the Phyrexian Dragon Engine to immediately draw 3 cards and gain 6 life. Just works well to tax down our opponent's life total with every draw they do, and is a great pointed threat that our opponent has to answer so that they don't have any removal left for our Mishra or our melded Mishra. We also have Soul of Windgrace. Now, in running Windgrace, we're running a few utility lands that we are going to discard, either to bring stuff back using the way of Takenuma, making tokens to attack to drain our opponent's life with Mishra, so that's Silken Sun, or blowing up enchantments, artifacts, or a non-basic land the opponent controls with Boseiju. So by using the channel and discarding these, we're putting them to the bin to use them in a versatile way. And Soul of Windgrace is great because when this enters the battlefield, you're going to be able to put a land from your graveyard back into play. So if we've discarded the land to use, Windgrace's Light is going to bring that land back from the graveyard into play and actually accelerate our ramp ahead, especially each time it attacks. Further to that, we can take advantage of this ability with our Riveteer's Overlook and Zeator's Proving Grounds. So we can cycle the Proving Grounds first, then have the Soul of Windgrace ETB or attack and bring it back. And with Riveteer's Outlook, again, using the Riveteer's Outlook to actually go fetch lands from our deck, and thereby thinning the deck in our draws, color fixing as we need, and getting us the land totals we want to be able to cast our spells. Those are our utility creatures in that slot in the 4-mana area. In the 3-mana, we've got the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, just a versatile 3-drop or 7-drop, synergizing well for Menace and Lifelink, keeping us alive, hopefully taking our opponent down and being very troublesome to remove, as well as Graveyard Trespasser. Great 3/3 body that can flip into a 4/4, eats away stuff from the opponent's graveyard. Again, with that ward ability, really trying to discourage the opponent from removing it, or making them pay a price to do so. So that all comes together to make our 3 and 4 mana slots very tight, very versatile. We can answer a lot of situations and generate a lot of value with the deck. To stop our opponent from being able to actually remove our own threats or, take us down before we can do anything, that's where our removal package is going to come in here. So we are doing Disfigures, Flame Blast Bowls, and Terra Sunders, along with Go for the Throat and Infernal Grasp as our single target removal. Disfigure being a very versatile removal for us, especially if we have Mishra Lost to Phyrexia, making our opponent's entire board already go down by -1/-1. Disfigure is going to just let you do better trades, get in better, and if you need to use it as early removal, you can. In the late game, it's still beneficial to reduce the stats on your opponent's creatures, so your creatures will live through trades, whereas theirs will not. Flame Blast Bolt is just a great targeted effect we can use on a creature or planeswalker, enforcing an exile if that target would die. And Terra Sunder is early game enchantment artifact removal, or late game remove any non-land permanent you want. The added bonus with Terra Center here too is if you come across a Phyrexian Flesh Scourger on your opponent's side of the board, Terra Sunder will actually work on these artifact creatures, so Phyrexian Flesh Scourger and Steel Seraph, because they are artifacts. So Terra Sunder becomes much stronger in the current meta we're facing. Kind of tying in the last little bit of our single target removals is the Go for the Throats and Infernal Cross, just straight up destroying creatures. But when we get into dealing with aggressive decks, we need to stabilize, we need to live, and go wide decks can really pose as a problem for us. So we have Brotherhood's End and Gix's Command. Brotherhood's End is going to be your way either to deal with opponents' artifacts that are 3 or less, which could be the Anvil matchups, or dealing 3 damage to each creature in each Planeswalker, taking care of an entire board and letting you stabilize and live. Gix's Command, similar function, but also letting you bring creatures back to your hand if you choose, making your opponent sacrifice their creature with the highest attack. And hopefully you can also choose to clearing all 2 power or less creatures off the board. Or, buff up a creature of your own and give it lifelink, which, keeps you alive, which is great. But that's removal. That's our utility. We need to be able to draw to this. So what's the card draw looking like in this deck? Well, it's not as strong as I would say in a lot of decks. We don't run a ton. It's rather compact, actually. There's only about 10 sources of draw, not including the draw you can get off the Phyrexian Dragon engine. Fable the Mirror Breaker is the complete obvious one to include. Fable synergizes so well in this deck, especially with Reflection being flipped over with the ever-popular Bloodtithe Harvester. We know that combo is extremely strong and acting for removal. We are also running a Gix Yawgmoth Praetor, as we do get in attacks and deal damage. We can pay that 1 life to draw, so there will just be a time when we can hopefully draw 2 or 3 cards a turn with Gix to really add our card advantage up and draw into the answer we need. And lastly, a 1 of Tenacious Underdog, great recurable threat, generating value as it dies for its blitzing. Now that covers the main board. Let's talk sideboard. If you're going up against in a best of 3 against control, what are you bringing in for this list? Well, what we have is the Duresses, Wrecking Your Bankbuster, Liliana of the Veil, Obnixilis the Adversary, and Invoke Despairs, plus an Urbrak. Our sideboard is stacked ready for control. We have ways to disrupt the hand, ways to take away other resources from there, ways to pressure their life total down, ways to just have a, hey, you take 6, I'm going to draw 3 cards, and just a good consistent beating of hasty creatures. So very strong sideboard against their utility that you have in the sideboard to bring into the main for control, very strong. Against mid-range, very similar strategy. If you know you're up against an Invoke Despair list or mid-range list for spell-based, Duresses and Lilies are fantastic to bring in. We have Unleash Infernos that you can bring in as well. This is going to be a great target on creatures like Sheholdred. And kind of lastly, against aggro, your main deck is really tied well in against that, but if you're finding trouble, you do have Hidetsugu of the All-Consuming. This is great for either versus aggro or up against token-based strategies or Anvil. So, Dragonauts, I hope you enjoy the games coming up, because melding was super blast, and I guess the pun, it was a melding good time. Alright, 2 lands, but we do thin our deck, we do have a Gix, and we have double Fable. So if we manage to draw that 3rd land, the Fables can really dig us deep. And I'm tempted to try that. You know, Darth, it's funny too. I actually sold my Secret Lair Grizzlebrand because it's banned in Commander. I didn't want to keep it because I couldn't play it. But I had like the edge spoilings. So we're going to do Outlook in, and I'm going to use Outlook to get our red mana. Disfigure's fine. Up against Esper. Bankbuster's good. We do just get to drop in Fable the Mirror Breaker, which I like. So we've got Fable, and we can drop in a second Fable next turn and just try to cycle into finding the Dragon Engine since we already have Mishras in hand. Otherwise, I can play down Gix and try to get a card draw through there and have mana open for Disfigure. Xander's Lounge. And to go for the throat. Ooh, okay. Well then, I will discard this Disfigure, actually. There's a Dragon Engine. I kind of want to play it safe and get rid of that Bank Buster. So we did miss a land drop, but I don't have to worry about a Bank Buster anymore. Rafines and Xanders. Interesting. So Fable will flip. If there's a instance in play in Takenuma, and I'm gonna play in my Fable. And I feel like there's an Urtai in opponent's hand. Cards and Card Kingdom to see what's out there. Hey, that's fair, that's fair. There's some really cool stuff. Alright, so Fable's gonna resolve. That's great. And we're just gonna pass the turn. I still feel like there's Urtai in hand. Oh, Voidrun. Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's a Voidrun that can kill a Mishra. That's gone. That's fine. Five mana open, not playing it. We're gonna discard Dragon Engine and Gix here. Let's see, a Flesh Forger. Let's play in the Riveteer's Overlook to start. Again, they have a flash. That gotta tell me there's a... Oh, it's Deluge. Oh. Honestly, I thought that was Urtai. Not expecting Deluge. Okay. Kind of forgot that card existed. A little bit too cut down. Sure. We're gonna grab a swamp. I'm gonna bring in Mishra. There's a go for the throat. So that's fine. Voidrend is very good. I would actually like to see it played a little. I'm gonna play another Mishra. Because I can. Because I have to. Siphon Insight. Alright, sure. They have another cut down. So they have used like resources of plenty in hand, Siphon Insight to steal a top card. I'm not sure they got much else going. It's 2 cards in hand, they just played a land. You gotten your event? No, Taters, not yet. I haven't. I've been trying to get in the raids, but I've been having the bug. And it's been annoying. Like, very annoying. Alright, Proving Grounds into play. I'm going to do the Dragon Engine thing. I don't think I am going to discard, though. Yeah, I don't think I want to discard here. Okay, Insight's fine. We're going to decline. We're going to attack. Get our Mishra trigger. Get the melds. And we are going to make them discard, deal 3, and I guess make 2 Power Stone tokens. Target opponent, target opponent. Boom. Mishra in. Let's go. What do they have? Emperor and the Wandering Emperor. Mishra and the Wandering Emperor. Is this like a 5-color control deck? They actually just the 5C deck and they didn't have the white. You want to raid some more? Yeah, absolutely, Taters. I will hit you up on that. I wouldn't mind doing that. I'm actually going to have a new setup behind me for my TV. Because I've got my my TV and TV stand to the right to finish setting up. So I actually have like a good thing now to do that on. Yeah, Kuru, I do too. It's annoying. I mean, the card is great though. I'm just going to attack. We're just finishing this off. I don't know. Let's destroy. Let's deal 3. Let's make you discard 2. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so Mishra worked. Game 1, Mishra swung in and got us the damage. Game 2, we know this looks like a control list. We're going to bring in Duresses and Lily on us. Just a nice way to deal with the opponent's hand a little bit. Invoke Despair, so we have a good cleanup spell, and Urbrask actually coming in here as a Praetor to disrupt their draw and have a hasty 4/4 to start swinging in. So let's see how game 2 goes. You finished the raid about 20 times. You're on the slow bro plane. Yeah, that makes sense. Slow bro doing slow bro things. So, alright, we're missing a red, but we do have a turn 1 Duress. We have a Mishra. We have Invoke. I think I'm going to keep. Duress is just a very good spell to play, and the rest of our hand can fall up nicely. We can use that blood token to discard a card and go find the land and work to end this with Invoke Despair. So I'm liking that strategy. Nice. And we don't hit a red, but still get another land. So we'll Duressing here. Archangel. Oh! Archangel, I guess for black, that's fair. So Bankbuster can go. I guess it is just Esper control. There's a Flesh Gorger. So we can play Flesh Gorger next turn. Ooh. Sulfur Springs, though? Nah, I'm just gonna play in Flesh Gorger. Let's just get that fleshy, like, Flesh Gorger rolling. That's damaging. They're gonna Void Rend it, though. Ooh, that is commitment. Okay. I see a Void Rend on a Flesh Gorger. I feel blind about that. I will take that almost any day. Like, what do you even play here? Bankbuster? Sure. And then draw? Alright. I think I want to play in Mishra. And just have Mishra out. Because that'll take them off the turn of the Archangel. They won't be bouncing Otawara. That's good to know. Go for the throw. Alright, that is unfortunate. Still only 2 cards left in their hand. And another Mishra. I'm just gonna play in that Mishra, the second Mishra here. They will draw here. It's another Void Rend. Okay, so that is 2 Void Rends gone. Okay, that's pretty good. This should be Archangel in. If I top deck a red source, I can't really deal with the Archangel yet. I can invoke Despair, but invoke won't clear it. So they kick it once and deal some damage to me. And they're gonna crew. Oh, are you gonna crew? If you crew, that's actually huge. Yes, they crewed. Okay, that's actually huge. Crewing there is great for me because I just get to invoke Despair and get rid of the Archangel right now. And I'm going to go ahead and plan the Haunted Bridge to have the Flameless Bolt ready to go. That was nice. That was nice. Buster draws. I'm gonna play in Fable here, but I'm not playing in the Blood Tithe Harvester. I'm gonna hold back the 2 lands and just pass the turn, so I can discard these 2 lands to the Fable next turn. Wandering Emperor flashes in, and then they make it 2/2? Oh, Flameless Bolt looking great here. That Emperor's out of here. Pass the turn. Okay, so 1 card in hand. Bankbuster can be active. They attack with the 2/2, I can just block. So we don't need the treasure right now. 2 Mishras are already gone, but we have a Takenuma in the deck to bring 1 back. We still have 1 in the deck, so we've got options. We have got options, and I am just going to block here. Going for the throat on the 2/2. Ooh, all right. Okay. Another Bankbuster. That's unfortunate. Would have liked not to seen that be drawn, but okay. Let's go ahead and discard 2 lands, see what we draw. I keep the Proving Ground so I can cycle and draw it. That is a Brotherhood's End. That is pretty good. I am just going to destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Because then those go by entirely. They can still use a treasure to draw. They probably will, and they probably should. They did not, so treasure was wasted mana. We play in a Dragon Engine and hold back the land and end the turn, so I can cycle the land next turn as a card draw. Because we are very much in top deck mode right now. Any attacks they do, I have a double striking Dragon Engine. Go for the throat. Nice. I am actually gonna go for the throat, the 2/2. Then cast in the Blood Tithe Harvester, because I think at this point it's fine. And we'll poke in for 4 damage. Ah, they get the block. Alright. Perfectly fine with me. They are an empty board. We have 2 extra potential draws next turn. Good board state. Comes our turn. We get in first off.
Oh, yeah.
Pete, again, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome into the I'm a Dragon Legionist Dragona. I hope your New Year's Eve is going great, friend. You can enjoy some awesome follower emotes. You're our 16th follower of the week and 16th follower of the last week of the new year. So we're going to use Reflection, copy the Bloodtithe Harvester, and just try to send in some lethal damage. I've got Proving Grounds to cycle. I have a removal spell held up. Otawara to bounce. Sure, that's fine. I never realized I didn't have you followed. No worries, Peta. How's your New Year's Eve going, friend? I'm just going to push in the damage here. We'll end the turn, and I'm going to hold up the mana to either cycle or kill a creature. Alright, Sanders launches the cycle. Siphon Insight. Sure. That's fine. Because it doesn't matter with the 2/2. We're just going to go ahead and Infernal Grasp it. Because that's lethal. Make a copy, do it in, and this is 10 damage. There we go. So much cleaner than that first melt. It's much. We've got Disfigure, go for the throat. I'm liking the hand. My goodness, boy.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, it's been 2 years.
Holy crap, it's actually been 2 years on the New Year's Eve. Boy, what's going on, bud? Happy New Year's Eve. Let me give you a shout out, my dude. Also, I'm grabbing a swamp. Yes. How you doing tonight, bud? What is up? Pretty drink? Hey, that's totally fair. Alright. This is Esper. Do I want to try and get in the underdog? It's probably fine to do, right? Oh, it doesn't work? Oh, no, it did work. Oh, right. It's not exclamation mark, it's slash. You have to do it that way. Thank you, boy. Yeah, I messed it up. My bad, dude. Going for the throat is fine. Three mana on the up and up. I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Engine here. Trista, what's going on? Happy New Year's Eve. How you doing? Sure. Make disappear is fine. "2019 is almost over." Yeah, Rafine's fine. I just want to kill Rafine. Just pay the 1. Goodbye, Rafine. It's out of here, and we'll just play in the Proving Grounds. In the year 2000, I know, it's crazy, right? The time is just fine. Crazy what's going on. She-Holdred coming back, though. That is some sketch. I'm going to play in Talking Numa and then play in Fable the Mirror Breaker. And end the turn. Sure, that's fine. Opponent's only got 2 cards in hand, so... Already used one Make Disappear. Shelly comes down. Go for the throat, She-Holdred. Need a way to deal with Ludwig, so I'm gonna discard Disfigure and Dragon Engine. Try to find a removal. That's a yikes. Okay, well, I guess I'm bringing back a Dragon Engine, or I can do... Alright, no, let's do Tenacious Underdog. T-Dog's gonna get in there for 3. And we're gonna cast in Blood Tithe Harvester. Okay. Alright, Gix's command is good. Gix's command is good. We can rumble with that. Alright, they got a 6/6 amalgamation here. Sure, I'll eat the 6, that's fine. Stepped away and didn't see. No worries, Darth, no worries. Alright. Ludwig, kind of cool, but I'm just going to go ahead and put that in each opponent sacks a creature. Buff up my Harvester. And punch in for 5 and heal for 5. And pass the turn. She-Holder coming in, eh? Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice that. See if I can find a different spell there. Oh, that is a Mishra. Let's draw. So if I play in the Harvester, I copy the Harvester, that's only 4, but I can just play in Mishra. And make a copy of this Harvester. And just push in some damage and we drain them. Which is great. So they go to 2. So they'll heal to 4. That's fine. Wedding announcement, not gonna save them though. No blocks from me. I'll take it. And that'll be game 1 for us. So we go to our turn. Go down to 10. Bring in the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Take it there. So game 1 at the Melding Mishra got the win. So going into game 2, we're looking for a little bit of hand disruption with Duress and Liliana, bringing in the Soul Transfer and the Unleash the Infernal. Just exile removal to play around Ludovic, and Unleash the Infernal, just a great 7 damage to creatures. So She-Holder or Rafine are dead and gone. We don't have to worry about them. Let's see how game 2 goes. All right, Terra Thunder, go for the throat. Only 2 lands in hand. If we draw the 3rd land and get the Lily, we can really get things online. So I'm fine to keep. We have plays we can do. It's just about getting that land. Because as soon as we hit the 3rd land, Lily and go for the throat are active, which can really put a damper on the opponent's deck. We'll do Proving Ground. There's the land. And we're going to play in Blood Tithe Harvester. This looks like a cut down or a disfigure. Cut down it is, that's fine. Wedding announcement? Sure. I kind of feel like I just want to tear asunder that wedding announcement. Nothing else develops, nothing else kept in, and I can use that blood token to discard a dragon engine to guarantee my draw on the next turn. Kaito. Kaito's fine. We'll make a 1/1. No, they didn't. They just went for the card draw.
There's no secret I can't
Okay. Pass to the end. Kaito faces out. I'm gonna discard a dragon engine.
Oh,
Get it to rest.
yeah.
Undegada, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome into the Ember Dragon Legion. How you doing tonight, friend? Alright, Proving Grounds is going to come into play. I'm going to go ahead and duress. Lockdown, Go for the Throat, and Loran. Lockdown doesn't do a ton for me. To be honest, I don't have a ton of creatures that do things, so Go for the Throat is my force of discard here. And then we'll just end the turn and hold up the Go for the Throat before they do the attack on Kaito. You're our 17th follower of the week, by the way. Welcome into being a Dragon of the Legion, and do enjoy your awesome follower months. I hope your New Year's Eve or New Year's Day is going awesome. Alright, so Lockdown and Loran seems fine. That does not have Flash, which is great. I am going to go ahead and cast in Liliana here. And I'm going to force the sacrifice. Deny them any further card advantages. Just keep them at that level. Underdog blitzing in is gonna attack Lily. So they'll get 2 card draws here. That's actually a really good top deck for them.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
That's fine. That eats up their turn though, so I can safely get in my Lily this turn. I'd love if I could just finally draw a land, though. So we're going to discard here. I'm going to get rid of the other Dragon Engine because I'm going to need that draw 3. If we ever hit that other land. We're going to blitz in again. That'll put Lily to 1. That'll draw them back up. Yeah, I just don't... I need a way to deal with Kaito. So there's a land. So I could deal with Kaito. I'm going to +1 here first. And we're going to say goodbye to Gix's command, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and bring back a Dragon Engine. Draw some fresh cards. We're going to go right and kill Kaito. Alright. Singing again, so Lily is gonna take the fall here.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
They're gonna play in anything else. They don't. Alright. So I'd love to see a land off the top here. Nope. Well, I'll cast in Mishra. And if they can't answer Mishra, we've just got Big Mishra. I think that's the game plan I'm on. Out of the Dawn Sky. Alright. Let's just go ahead and... I actually like me. I'm not going to discard. So we'll bring in the Dragon Engine. Decline. Attack in. So what we choose here is Menace and Trample... Deal 3, and they discard 2. And that should just be the lethal, because they don't have enough for Emperor or anything. Boom. Mishra is such a good magic card. Why does it need to take 2 magic cards to meld this thing together? Why? Ooh. Disfigure. I like this hand. We have Disfigure, Harvester, Asunder, and Mishra. I'm very game. I'm very, very game. Probably just play in the Proving Grounds and tap first, though. Can we do a Harvester on 2? In the time zone. Oh, yes. I know Shay. Lune is on the opposite side of Canada. I'm Canadian like Lune is. He is in the mountain area. I'm in Ontario. Shay is good people. I need to send her a Happy New Year soon when it's time. Warsaw of Angels, maybe? I just being greedy. Playing in the Dragon Engine? Or do Alright, now I think I'm gonna disfigure. Push in the 3 and the turn. Use the blood token to discard the Dragon Engine. TwitchCon and Magic's. Oh, Gimp! Yes, yes, yes! I remember! Sorry, it took me a second. Yes! How you doing? How you doing? Alright. Riveteers is gonna come in here. In a Humvee Gimp. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Yes, sorry, it's coming back to me. I was like, the username looked familiar. And I apologize about that. Greed is in the... I mean, that's fair. I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Dahlia. Dahlia's fine. Harvester's fine. You are good. Thank you. I appreciate. I think we've got this. Just play this with Mishra. Say no attacks. I was fine. Frankly, I really like my hand. I'm not discarding it. Let's go. Happy New Year's. Yo, what's going on, Vlad? How you doing? Happy New Year's, bud. We're almost there. I am not discarding my hand. We're doing the thing. We are doing the thing. So first off, they're going to discard... We're going to do minus. We're going to do Menace and Trample, and I'm going to deal 3. So I'm going to target Blood Tithe Harvester. And these have Menace and Trample. They can't even block. Let's go. The Earth is spinning, Vlad. I gotta get myself in a few. That was great. Oh, Mishra. Let's frickin' go. Oh, She-Holdra doesn't even phase me. Get that out of here. There's game 1. Let's go. Alright, so game 1 melded together perfectly once again. Mishra just doing Mishra things. So game 2, we are bringing in a little bit of extra removal just against the Angel list. So Invoke Despair, cleaning up enchantments, cleaning up the Angels, or anything else that they've kind of got going on. Unleash the Infernal, hitting that nice pivotable 7 so we can deal with Sheholder easy. And Soul Transfer to force Exile, so Taki Numo targets are not worried about. Let's see how game 2 goes. Kind of whiskey. I've got a Bushmills whiskey tonight. Nice Malbec, let's go. I'm gonna grab my whiskey after this. I'm recording this game for YouTube. Whoops, I might have to edit that out. Anyways, so I do love my Irish whiskey, it's true. I've got 2 lands and Harvester and Grasp. I like the top end here. We don't really have a Mishra meld, but Windgrace is great, Sheholder is great, and Invoke is strong. So because we can kind of tie ourselves over between turns 2 and 3, I'm after deep, and Land of Warwaste is just awesome. Bushmills is good. I love Bushmills. Tulu Mordu is my absolute favorite, though. Alright. I'm going to ping myself for 1, and I'm going to play in the Bloodtide Harvester here. Looks like they've got a Go for the Throat or Infernal Grasp in hand. Maybe cut down. But it feels aggressive if they do it on the Harvester. They're going to want to try to probably save it for another target. Ooh. I'm going to attack for 3. No turn 3 play. Let's play in Fable. Fable slams in. Got a nice little 2-2. I may even be able to invoke Despair next turn, which would be like super strong. A turn 4 invoke like can be backbreaking on a game. So they need to answer the 2-2. Don't want things going. I think I'm gonna lose Harvester and Windgrace. I really want to guarantee that I get that land, so I think it's gonna be Harvester and Soul. Yeah. I didn't get the land. Shoot. That's a shame. Alright, well. We'll attack in. Kind of feels bad if it's a Wandering Emperor. It's not a Wandering Emperor. I'm just gonna sit pretty then. I got a Sunder or I've got Infernal Grasp. If I'm sticking on pressure, like if they just play an Owl of the Dawn Sky, I have Terra Sunder for the Exile. Archangel's gonna hit for 2. That's fine. They hit there. That's fine. I'm just gonna Infernal Grasp it. So they'll heal up. No, it's actually, I'll save that. That's fine. Nice, we got the land. Let's go. You know what? I think I'm gonna Mishra. I'm gonna cast in Mishra. We're gonna hold a board state. And then use Invoke Despair to finish off next turn, because they don't run counter magic, right? So I can hold a strong board, push in damage, and deliver the final blow with an Invoke Despair from my hand. Archangel's coming in again, that's fine. So we lose 2 here, which is fine. So they heal to 12. No worries on that. This is where we invoke Despair. And we attack in, putting them down to 4, and we just have another Invoke Despair. Go for the throat, they're at 3. Ow, the Dawn Sky, that is just gonna be the game. This Invoke Despair is our lethal ticket. Let's go. Beautiful. Hey Dragonauts, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the games. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification for more. It super helps out the channel. And as always, keep believing. I'll see you next time.